Just like clockwork, baby. What up, guys? Hi. Let's get a few of y'all in the room. Hi, guys. Just like clockwork. This video is not about the others, guys. It's not about the others. It's not about who you think that it is about. What up, Birth in 5T? Hi, baby. This is so funny. Once again, I could not put my title in there. It wouldn't connect me. So I just had to say, I hope you think, wait, what's that song coming through? You're so vain. You think this song is about you. Interesting. I'm going to wait for a few more people to come in here. About to awaken the dragons. I know it's kind of a little bit earlier, but we'll just see. So far, no one has been alerted about this live. Very, very interesting. I'm telling you, they be hiding, but it's okay. They be hiding, but it's okay. I'm gonna see if I can change the title on the back end now, and then maybe a few more people will come in. But I'm not gonna be on here long today, guys. I am not going to be doing all of that, but I did want to bring an important message to you guys about these ancient deities that really humanity is clearing out their influence, and these people are not as loving as a lot of people have them on their altars. But what are they really about? Are they feeding energy into you, or are they stealing energy from you? That's the question. This is the question, guys. This is what we're going to talk about. Hey guys, hey guys, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, hold on one second. They got me again. They got me. They got me. It's all good. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can do something. We're gonna start when a few more people get in the room. Guys, please like the video, share, and all that good stuff. Like the video when you guys come in. It really does help. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. I'm gonna see if I can change the title now. Let's see if they will allow me. Let's just see, guys. They just be messing with your girl, you know. It's just be messing with me, but it's good. It's good. This video ain't about the others. It's just not about the others. It's not about the others. Okay. Oh, it's too long. That's why. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see here. It's too long. All right. All right. Is it gonna let me? Is it gonna let me save this? What's going on? Hi. Hi, Carolyn. Hi. No, I'm good. I'm good. Just waiting for a few more people to come in, and I'm just changing this title really quickly. And then we are going to jump right into this, guys. One second. I'm trying to see what I can do here because they're all okay. That's what I can do. Boom. Done. Done, done, done. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if this works now. Yes. Yes. Absolutely, guys. Come on in, guys. Come on in. I hope my energy is not down because it's like. Okay. All right. All roads lead to 9. Yes. Okay, guys, this is what I want to say. Not going to be on here long, but I want to bring to you guys, see, this whole week, all clients that have been coming to me, we've been doing the quantum telekinetic hypnosis session, which is like 3 or 4 hours long. And we have been removing entities. I'm talking these entities that we've been removing, they have been ancient deities, the same ancient deities that people have on their altars. This is who I've been removing. Started off with Seth, the Leviathan spirit, which looks like a seahorse. The Leviathan spirit. Isis didn't get removed, but she did, girl, get rebooted. rebuked. Okay. That's all I'm saying. She did get rebuked. I'm going to tell you what happened in my client session yesterday, and we're going to go right into how these ancient deities, y'all, are these really the celebrities. They are. And some of these ancient deities are connected even into certain people's bodies. And these are the same incubus and succubus spirits. You know how a spirit might just be trying to make love to you in the middle of the night? A lot of this stuff, guys, is coming from the ancient deities. And I got the proof right here from this quantum hypnosis session, guys. By the way, if you do want to book that, guys, we need to clear up this karma before the end of the year. By what the Spirit told me, the 18th through around Christmas time, 25th or 26th. You have to end your karmic cycles, guys. Otherwise, you're going to activate the clause in the Satan contract. And I would do it before the clause in the Satan contract, Santa Claus, Satan clause in the contract to the underworld. Hi, Gail. I would do it before then, guys. So you can email instructions number 4humanity@gmail.com. I will put the link down below. You can visit instructions for humanity at gmail.com. Leg up. Let's jump right into this. First of all, I am going to show you who I am talking about, so you guys get a visual on who these people are, because I would kind of, if it's connected to a few of these people, why aren't these spirits connected to a lot of us? Guys, what I'm saying is these ancient deities, there are no new people. There isn't. There is no new souls, guys. Everything is recycled. Every single thing is recycled. And when you put these images on your altar, you do keep them alive in a way. And I'm not downing ancestral worship, but you got to make sure you're really connected to these people. Because in truth, why are they hanging around and attached to us? If they had all the power, would we not be attached to them? Think about that. Think about that. This is how you know you're more powerful than an entity. And we're going to get into Jay-Z and Justin Bieber and how these ancient deities be having sex with people. That's all I'm saying, y'all. That's all I'm saying. But you got to make sure that you really connected to these people, because they are connecting to us. They are literally taking up space within our body and auric field. If they really truly had power, would they be attached to you? That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And I think tomorrow, guys, Gemini, maybe Gemini and Taya will be back tomorrow, and we're going to do some more breaking down the codes of the matrix. But this is going to be a quick video. I'm going to show you a few of the people that I'm talking about so that you guys can get a visual. Okay. So we are going to talk about Kali. Kali, the goddess Kali, guys. I found her, girl. She was hiding in there. She was hiding inside of my client. And you will be amazed when I make the connection between her and Seth, the ancient god Seth. These two are connected. There's a war going on right now. This is why the Jay-Z's of the world and the Diddy's are discombobulating. It's because they all have an ancient deity that rules them. And I would even beg to differ that some of these people are, in fact, ancient deities, but that's for another video. But they have ancient deities that rule them. And as above, so below. There is a war in the spirit, guys. There's a war. If you notice, there's a war even between the left and the right here. There is a war between the heavens and the underworld. You see what I mean? And on a micro level, there is a war between your own soul sovereignty and these ancient deities that are attached to a lot of us. This is how they're staying alive. Why do you think so many people know about them? Why do you think that they are allowed to still have power? It's because they're ciphering from humanity. And this is what I saw. So that's her. This is the one we're going to talk about. And then we're going to talk about Seth, as well. Set or Seth. And this is Seth, right? So you know the story. We spoke about this a few videos ago. Isis was married to her brother husband, Osiris. This is their other brother, Set or Seth. He deceived his brother, Osiris, and basically was a hating brother, and he, killed his brother, Osiris. So, boom, that's him. But when I tell you what happened in this session, so now you know who this is, right? And so there we go. He does look like a Lyran too. Doesn't he just look like he belongs in the underworld? But even just look at him, does he remind you of somebody that we're not allowed to say? Start with a P, end with the E. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't he look, he's giving me the vibes of someone. Look at that. Look how the face draws right here, right? It draws out. Don't P. Diddy kind of look like that? Just a little bit. That's what I'm saying. This is all that I'm saying, guys. There's no new people here. There's no new people. They're all recycled. They're all recycled. Hi, guys. Hi, Trill, numbers 47. What up, Lee? Lee, I think you're from Australia. Hey, guys. Okay, now let's get into what happened in the client session. Y'all, it's about to get deep and it's about to get eerie. And Justin Bieber came up in this session, girl. I'm like, Justin, why are you in my session? Like, what's going on? Like, it's just getting interesting. It's getting interesting out here. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is tell you what happened in the client session. So my client had an entity attached to her. Now, this client was so fragmented. I mean, blockages from head to toe, from toe to head. Blockages, blockages, blockages. From the head all the way down, I mean, to the root. It was bad. So then I was down in the stomach area and I saw something. And so I started to like pull it out and started to like feel deeper into the energy. And it was Kali, the goddess Kali, the one that I just showed you guys. And so let me tell you what she's in charge of. She is the goddess that represents the forces of creation and destruction, as well as time, death, and rebirth, right? Also, Seth is a deity that is known for also what? Also violence, destruction, chaos. You see where I'm going with this? So in the session, now mind you, this Kali goddess is attached. It's the entity, in fact, attached to my client, keeping her from moving joints, moving thoughts, moving everything. And what she said is that Seth, the ancient Egyptian god, is part of her. It's the destructive part of her, because remember, she's for life, creation, and also destruction. Seth is a part of her. That is what we call a soul fragment, ladies and gentlemen. Seth is part of her. She said she killed Seth because she liked destruction so much. So I understand y'all, I'm not getting down on anyone's religion, anyone that worships and gives offerings to this deity. But this is what she told me, because I started to speak to her. She said that she liked destruction a little too much, and she loves to destroy. She was angry because Seth was now known in the spirit as the sole destructive force. That made her angry, and she said she killed him. But isn't that karma, guys? Because what did Seth do? Seth killed Osiris, his brother, because of jealousy. What do we have going on here? We're drawing parallels between Jay-Z and Diddy. And by the way, Diddy looks a lot like Seth, to be honest with you. He's giving me the vibe, the energy. But what did I tell you guys a long time ago? Jay-Z was the one that was throwing little nuggets building a case on, not building the case for Diddy, but making it worse, not helping, but kind of just doing whatever he can to block out anything from coming his way. And then Diddy went down, right? But now what's happening to Jay-Z? Boomerang effect. It's the same thing with Kali and Seth. It's the same thing as Set killed Osiris, but now Kali, goddess Kali, now kills him. Do you see how I'm saying it's all secular? It's all secular, guys. So I'm building here, y'all. I'm building. So this entity, the Kali energy, was keeping the client from having lack of empathy. Like she like hated humanity. Like not that hated, but just didn't care about humanity, right? This is the energy that Kali was bringing, right? Just basically had her in knots and in bondage, right? So this is what is going on. Then as we got into the session and I guided her to the spirit world, we met a guide. This is how now I wanted to build that up to tell you how these entities cloak. When I tell you that the underworld has been set on fire, it's jumping in the underworld, y'all, because of all the truth we're coming into. Our consciousness is on fleek. We are growing and expanding, and it's dismantling their system. And this is why Jay-Z now is in trouble. And this is why the Diddies of the world are in trouble. This is why everything is, all the deck of cards is now falling down. Even what happened to Billy about that debate that they say that he lost. I haven't really followed it, but you know, he deals a lot with ancient civilization and he talks a lot about ancient gods. And now people were making whole videos about him that he lost a debate with like a Christian scholar. This is what I'm saying. These deities are only here for you to serve them. That's what they're here for. Like literally crack the code in all of these sessions that's been happening. These deities from the ancient times, these are entities. And they are the templated souls. And so what do I mean by that, guys? Well, you know how you do certain things and you're like, I don't know why I did that. This doesn't make any sense for me to do that. Why did I do that? It's because you had to have a template. You had to have a set of instructions, DNA instructions, in order for you to be a vibrational and genetic match to go and do that bad thing or that sick thing or that thoughtless thing. That's what these ancient deities serve. They are our template in our DNA. This is who they are. And when we praise and worship them and give offerings to them, it keeps the DNA inside being expressed. Okay? Being expressed. Not telling you not to do ancestral worship, but what I'm telling you is you should know these ancestors. These deities cloak. There's no way for you to know if they are the real Isis, the real Osiris. For all you know, Osiris could have like did something to one of the members in your bloodline. And now what you're doing is you're going back and worshiping him. This is what I'm saying. You got to get connected to source, the all, the infinite light above all the other lights and beacon lights. You have to be connected because there will no longer be a time. I'm telling you, this is an important close of this year. We're almost closing an age. Like I said, right now, the karmic portal is open. Anyone who wants to walk through lighter and release the karmic cycles, get the heck off this prison planet, you can do that now. You can absolutely do that, but you have to do that by Christmas. I am telling you, or the clause, the Satan clause, Santa Claus, the Satan clause will be activated, keeping you in bondage to the these deities of the world that are templates. So when I tell you to release them, to release the karmic cycles, what you are doing is you are removing it down to a DNA template level, removing that template, their template. This is what I am saying. So Kali was the goddess of creation and destruction. But see, we are supposed to transcend duality, being neutral. Where she messed up is that she started to like the dark more than the light. She started to preference the darkness over the creation, over creating life. She was supposed to transcend both to expand us all, but she chose death and destruction. Seth is the destructive part of her DNA. Seth is the destructive part of humanity's DNA. Where I'm going, they're all templates. They're all templates, guys. And if we truly want to heal, we have to remove it from a DNA template level. And that's been my whole mission when I started getting into spiritual hypnosis, is to remove the DNA templates. Because if we're running the same program, I don't care how much you pray it away, think it away, wish it away, pay it away, spell it away. If you're still running the program in the background in the DNA codes, then you truly can't heal, guys, because they're still there feeding you information is all that's I'm saying. Okay. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm building, y'all. I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna look at the chat in a moment, but I'm building. This is all I'm saying, down to a DNA level. So when my client, by the way, sorry, Callie, I gotta tell. Callie girl, Callie and Seth were lovers. They're lovers, absolute lovers. And she killed him. Imagine these deities, right? Now, mind you, these are just different generations. So the Seth and Osiris and the Isis and the Kali, they have been multiple people throughout history. Like I said, right now, Jay-Z and Diddy is in the energy of Seth. There are no new players. Every single person, especially these celebrities, the celebrities are cloned. They are cloned starting from the ancient people, then going into the philosophers I'm hearing, the great minds, the scientists, then the musicians that carry the note of creation, down to the actors that display it on the world stage. All of this is systematic. There are no new celebrities, guys, singers and musicians. Okay. There just is not. There's no way around it. There just is not. Okay. So in the session, Seth had a soul tie with Kali. They have a soul tie. She murdered him, cold blood, because she was mad that he was too good at his job of destroying. I know it sounds like a fairy tale. She was mad that he was too good and she wanted all the glory because keep in mind, we have been praising her for being the goddess of creation and destruction. And she was a little upset that Seth was known just only in one polarity. She wanted to have it both to herself. Okay, so she killed him, right? Then she told me that Russia is my child. Destiny and conquer for renewal. She said, I'm going to use Russia because she wants to destroy. Don't worry, I banished her. We're going to get to that. We got to get to that. But I had to let her build her case first, right? We got to let these entities, these spirits, build their case. Because one thing I know about working with spirits is they can't lie. I don't know why they can't lie. They can cloak. They can shapeshift. But if you're good at understanding energy, and you call them out on it. You don't ask them, you call them out. They cannot tell a lie. That's what I know. That's why you got to test the spirit. Test the spirit. She says she's going to use Russia before 2030. And she said Russia's her child. She's controlling that. So if you ever see an attack on the US, just know this is what Kali had plans to do. And I asked, is China also your child? She said, no, China's somebody else's child. So it'll be very interesting to see what deity that China is in control of China. And America is somebody else's child. You see where I'm going with this? It all starts with these ancient deities. This is why when we did, this was so important. All of us girls here, man, my girls, you guys are amazing. We literally got together, it was all 7 of us. And well, I think there were 6 of us in that session. We got together and we neutralized good and evil so that we could bring balance from the heavens to the underworld. And then we created a peace treaty with the galactic councils. And what we said is, we are not going to allow religion or ancient civilizations to have their influence over humanity anymore. And I believe after that treaty, not a coincidence that all you guys coming through for your quantum hypnosis sessions, why am I removing all these deities? Why, after we created the treaty in the galactic realms, in the cosmic sphere and ethers, why now are all these deities coming? They are coming to honor the contract. This is how powerful we are, guys. I want you to understand. There are no small roles here. These deities that people are putting on their altars, A, they're stealing energy from you, and B, we are controlling them. They have to tell the truth. They are coming through. Hi, Catrice. They are coming through on my spiritual desk daily for me to remove them and for them to receive their punishment and their rebuke. You are the God. Family, you're the God. You are the God. You are the ultimate authority. I am here to tell you, you are the authority because they have had their time. They're inside of the templates, staying dormant, waiting for you to fall in frequency. And once you do, they now become expressed. They start taking up space in your auric field and in your physical body. You go to the doctor and they'll say, nothing's wrong, nothing's wrong. Get your heart checked, nothing's wrong. Why do I have all these frequencies? Nothing's wrong. It's because you have to have a spiritually diagnosed. It's what I am saying. That was happening to me for 7 years. Every doctor, seen everything, spent a lot of money. Nothing's wrong. I had to go within and cleanse out everything from within, guys. This is what I am saying. We are the ultimate authority. They can only be expressed. Think about that. Kali, Seth, Osiris, all of these deities, I don't care who it is. And all of these Leviathan spirit, I removed the Leviathan spirit a few days ago. They can only be expressed if we allow them, if we give them access and opening, right? Either through a lowered frequency for a period of time or inviting them into our hearts. Think about it. If you didn't worship them, they would die. Think about that. If you didn't worship them, if a tree falls in a forest and no one is around to hear it, didn't make a sound. That's like them. If they were out of the history books, remember the covenant we made, the Galactic Council, the treaty, we signed a treaty. That there will be no more influence with the ancient deities of the world and religion. So guys, all of this is going to fall down. You're going to see the church is going to have a huge rumble to the ground. I mean, it's going to crumble, shake, rattle, and roll, girl. It's going to crumble. That Vatican is a cesspool. It's going to crumble, and the bodies and the blood will be exposed. The children will come out from their hiding places. I'm telling you, this is what is going on. And they're all coming through here to get their rebuke. So when you guys take the ultimate authority, you can also remove them and rebuke them and give them their punishment, because where do they dwell? They are keepers, not keepers, but they reside in the underworld. That's where they are. All of them, I've seen them. Like I said, the underworld is jumping, and it's not just hell, guys. There's levels to this. Starting from the underground, those underground cities, that's all the entrances to the underworld. There's lots of different levels to it. And as you get lower, you get back to the original codes with all of these deities. This is what I'm saying. And when they send out their people, their disciples, the Jay-Z's and the Diddy's and the Beyoncé's of the world, then they get bigger, they get fed. That's how they get fed. They are succubus and incubus spirits. They're getting fat right now with Jay-Z, doing all this stuff. Allegedly now, allegedly. We'll see. With Diddy doing what he did allegedly, they're getting fed. They're getting fed because they have contracts with them, because those people already activated the Satan clause, the Santa clause, the Satan clause in the contract. And they know it. And they absolutely know it. So then, what I tell her, we start talking about Seth, how she wanted all the power. She wanted to just be evil. And then she mentions that Seth is harming the kids, girl. I said, shut the front door. Shut the front door. Seth is the one harming our children. So when you see our children being essayed, being stolen, even being in broken homes, this is the destruction that Seth. But remember, she killed him. So this is her. She's not balanced, and she's not light and love. She is solely more in the devilish energy than she is in the light energy. But what she said before I banished her, she told me a secret. She said, well, I'll tell you this. I said, are you ready to leave? And she said, well, I've been here long enough. And I said, yes. And I said, I want you to pick up all your essence from my client. So I gave her like a spiritual sack to put all her things in, her belongings. And I was like, what all did you leave in my client's body? She was like, anger, lust, gluttony, laziness, thought, I can't even pronounce that word, but draining her energy. Like she just kept listing off. It was like 20 different things that she was doing to my client. And I had to put it in this sack. It's like a spiritual hazmat sack, right? Put it in there, put it in there, put it in there. And I had my client, we did a body scan to check if they were all of her essence was gone. And then I told her, you've been banished from this part of the universe. I am banishing you to the underworld for 1 eon. That was nice. 1 eon. I didn't even know how long an eon was, girl. When I looked it up, it's 1 billion years. So hopefully Callie will learn. She has 1 billion years in the underworld. And think about that treaty. That treaty says we will not allow ancient deities, civilizations, and religions to obstruct humanity's view anymore. Lots of people will be going to higher consciousness now because of this. So she was banished. But before she left, girl, she said, I want to tell you something. There's more work to do with Seth, which is her, by the way. She said, he's coming through the back door. And I was like, well, what do you mean he's coming through the back door? And she said, Justin Bieber. He came through his back door. And this is what Seth is doing to our children. So you know what that means. He SA'd Justin. But wait a minute, guys. Who did I say Seth was? Did I not say he was Diddy? Did I not say that he was Diddy? I did a channel message 1 year ago. I saw an image of Diddy and Justin Bieber at an elite party. It was a satanic party, a party where they drink fluids, blood, and they hang people from the third floor as a party favor, like a chandelier. This is what I saw, allegedly now. And I saw Diddy and Justin Bieber in the bathroom. It was a black tie event. They kind of had their like kind of their undershirts unbuttoned and the kind of like their ties around their neck. And they were making out and snorting coke at the same time. They have been together allegedly now. I've seen it with my own eyes. And so when my client said Seth is entering Justin from the back door, after the session, I was able to put two and two together. This is the Seth spirit. Now, I'm not going to say that everyone going through the back door is the Seth spirit, but it makes you wonder if even some of people's sexual behaviors are really coming from this template. And it's not just men, because women allow this too, is what I am saying. And I'm going to go on record and say that it's Seth. This is the spirit of Seth. Sorry. This is what I'm saying. This is what she said. These ain't my words. This is what Callie said. But where it gets very heinous is when it is not wanted, not warranted, and that when there's children involved. This is where it gets really heinous. You, a consenting adult, do what you do, but when it now comes to the children, and so what this really truly means of what she's trying to say is that Justin was actually underage. Y'all remember that Diddy's camp, y'all? Y'all remember the P. Diddy's camp? And they asked Usher, would you ever take your kid to Diddy's camp? And he was like, hell no. You know, Flavor. It was a Flavor camp, right? It was Flavor camp, Diddy's Flavor camp. I presume that this happened around the age of 13 for Justin. I don't know, 13, 14, 15. It's a teenager. This is what I'm saying. This is what it's giving. This is exactly what it is giving. Okay, so now we know who's responsible for that act. What did I say? It's down to the DNA templates. So a lot of these thoughts we're having to do certain things are not our own. And this is why we can't move to higher rims of consciousness, because we got these tethers, these tethers. We got the Osirises and the Kali yogas, or the Kali spirit goddess, and all of these deities, they are tethered to our DNA. It's what I am saying. And you think that this is your thought. A lot of them are sending people intrusive thoughts, thoughts of harming themselves. I'm telling you, I'm talking from own experience now. I'm telling you what I know of how diabolical that these entities are. And it's funny, guys, because I really wanted to talk about Jay-Z today, but see, it's all really still leading back to Diddy, because what did I say? There's different versions of the clone self. Sean Combs and Sean Carter are the same. But think about Kali and think about Seth. Seth was part of Kali, the destructive part. But she was stronger than him. This is what I'm saying. Diddy's energy signature is stronger than Jay-Z's. These two are the same, just like these two are the same. And there's multiple different versions of them. So as if they can be these two characters, there are also other characters, because they are all just recycled, and they're carrying like multiple different energy signatures from the old gods, from the old Hollywood stars, and so forth, guys. Old artists, painters, philosophers, scientists. This is how they truly keep it in the family. They are all of these things all at once, guys. This is what's truly going on. So Diddy's energy signature is overpowering Jay-Z's. They are one and the same. Spirit shows me them in the womb, fighting from the womb. Who else, guys? Wait a minute. Wasn't that a story in the Bible? Somebody tell me, who was that in the womb? Who was the two brothers in the room? It's called Beyonce. She's a portion of her. Yes. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Ra. Yes. I do believe. Now, I'm not really channeling. I'm just telling you guys what happened right now. When we do our other channeling session with me and Gemini and Taya, we're going to go deeper into that. But yes, it's giving Beyonce vibes. Yes, it is. Kali is absolutely giving Beyonce vibes. And Trill Numbers 47 says, I've experienced the intrusive thoughts, the very negative, low vibration. Absolutely. That is them, guys. That is them. And with this treaty we created, they are all coming to the surface, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful that we can see that the same people they're telling you to worship and put them on your altar, these are the same people stealing from you. Some of them might be working with you, but I'm telling you, the moment you go against them, try to get rid of that figurine of them, the statue of them, try to do it. You know you can't put that thing in the trash, right? You know that's disrespecting the gods. You know they need their collard greens and their their ounce of Hennessy at night. Why are they so needy? Why do they still need things that a human needs? Why are they still having sex, drinking alcohol, eating soul food? Why? Think about that, y'all. I'm just saying. I'm just asking a question, because if you were truly all powerful, why do you need cardinal things for me to worship you? For me to power you? Obviously, you don't have as much energy as you are portraying to have. Obviously, I'm the person who has energy because I'm even providing sustenance to you. Thank you, Catrice. LOL. You see what I'm saying? There are no small roles here, guys. Once you guys just take the authority, I'm telling you, when you sit in the seat as the authority, I had to learn this, guys. I thought my role was so small here. I thought it was minuscule. I did. I hid. I put everyone light above me. Just let them have it. I'm small here. But no, when your healing journey, I always tell people this, the prosperity that you're seeking, not just financial, but in your everyday life, the confidence, everything, it's going to be found on your healing journey. And when I went on my own healing journey over 20 years, it never ends. By the way, when you want to know when it's over, it's never over until the last God is cleared out of the DNA templates, and to the last soulless person that is being recycled, these celebrities, politicians are cleared out of the DNA templates. This is the mission that us chosen ones have decided to do. It ain't over until the last one is cleansed out. That's when the mission is over. That's when it's over. But when you take the authority, they flee, is what I'm trying to say. And now, here's the gag. Now, all those things you were praying to them for, when you take the authority, it now comes to you, because you are now in the driver's seat. And now what? You switch the roles, and now energetically, they have to now feed into you. But it only could happen if you sit on your throne. Sit on your throne as the authority. When you are a spark soul from the cosmic spirit, you have the authority over all things. You have the authority. And so, what's that story? Someone tell me. Someone tell me, what's that story in the Bible with the two brothers in the womb? I can't think right now, guys. I'm tired. And they were fighting. What's that story? What is that story, guys? Jacob and Esau. Sorry, y'all. Jacob and Esau. This is the vibe I'm getting with Diddy and, oh, I was going to say, and Beyonce. It's giving their triplets, y'all. It's really giving their triplets. With Diddy and Jay-Z. This is the vibe, right? This is absolutely the vibe. When one wanted to steal the birthrights of the other, this is what I'm getting. Rebecca, when she was pregnant, she was like struggling with those twins inside of her womb. And yeah, this is what happened. I'm not sure who. Didn't one want to come out? I know one had red hair. One wanted to come out before the other. I think that was Esau. Yeah. I think that was Esau, the redheaded one. And then I think who came first, y'all? Who came first? Esau. Oh, what about Abel and Cain? It's the same thing, guys. It's the same story because they're all recycled. These are the same souls, but really strip it back from people. Let's just take a look at code. We are code. We are all code, guys. When you turn your computer on and you go to a website, these are just codes. On the back end, it's a code. So the Cain and Abel, the Esau and Jacob, the Diddy and the Jay-Z, it goes on and on. The Kali and the Seth, like they're just different pairs, just recycled all over again in history. The Isis, Osiris, and the and Seth combination. Like, this is what I'm saying. Diddy and Diddy and the other Sean, Jay-Z, they're both the same. Spirit shows me them fighting in the womb. They've been doing this forever, fighting over the birthrights. Who gets to go first? Who gets the big piece of chicken? That's what I'm saying. Hi, Robin. Hi, Kathy. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thanks for the comments. Yes, this is what I'm saying. They're fighting over the big piece of chicken. So this is what I'm saying. They're all the same characters. Just like when you look back at all these religions, do you know how they all have the same kind of creation kind of story? They all had someone that died in their 30s, that was resurrected, that, you know, it's all kind of very similar. It's because these are the same people. They're the same energy signature, rather, not people. They're the same code. They're the same DNA code. This is what I'm saying. It's really given them versus us, guys. It's given them versus us. And now I'm really trying to really understand if these people even really truly have a soul. It's kind of given that. It's given that they're not really truly soul players, because if you truly have a soul, why do you have to manipulate the code to keep coming back here? Why do you have to manipulate people's energy? Why do you have to attach on to people's energy? Why are you still needing fried chicken and macaroni and cheese on the altar every night? Why? Why? I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. Guys, please like the video, guys. It's free to like the video. That really helps out a lot, and I really do appreciate it, guys. Thank you. So yeah, Jay-Z and Diddy are basically, they've been fighting in the womb forever. They've been fighting over women forever. Even Beyonce is wrapped up in this, because as you know, they're both born in 69. They're born just 30 days apart from each other, guys. I don't sure who came first, Diddy or Jay-Z. One was born November 4th. The other one was born, interesting, Beyonce was born September 4th. One of those Seans were born November 4th, and the other Sean was born December 4th. Like I said, Beyonce is the 3 to their 69. They were born in 69. And she's the one, she's the third part of that trinity, of that collective, of these souls keep traveling together. Maybe one time this one gets the girl, maybe the other time the other one gets the girl or the guy, however, whatever form they take. But these three, this trouble, they've been doing this for a long time. They've been doing this. I'm seeing them all being connected together. All of them. And these two are the same, Sean and Sean. That's what I want to say. But also, too, it's going to be interesting to see if anything will come out formally about Justin, because according to what Callie said, Seth is the one that is doing this to not specifically did it to Justin, which is AKA Diddy, allegedly. But that is harming our children. So now we know what's going on. So anytime you want to pray against this or meditate, then you know what spirit to rebuke. because it's Seth that's doing this to our children. That's why it's very important to tap into source. Because if you're worshiping the outside of yourself, outside worship, they can tell you anything. Do you know that Kali was actually, when I led my client up to the spirit world to meet her spirit guides and her angels, right? Do you know this like Chow, this guy named Chow came through. It was weird because my client was reacting weird to him. Because I was like this, and at a point, I said, cut the crap, Chow. You ain't her spirit guide. Cut it. You need to cut it. We are the originals. Yes. Kathy Roberts, yes. There's 369. Yes, absolutely. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Birth in 5D. So I said, Chow, bro, how come my client is reacting like this to you? Like, you're not seeming like a spirit guide. You're really seeming like an enemy. And then I asked, who are you really? Turns out it wasn't no Chow. That was her spirit guide. It was Kali hiding because she did not want to get removed. So it was 3 hours into the session that now I located who that was. And oh boy, did I take pleasure in removing her and banishing her to the underworld for 1 billion years. And maybe that's not a punishment because that's truly where they are anyway. But that's the only place they can be. Yes, Lexi, they are the NPCs. We are the real souls. They are the NPCs. This is why they keep body swapping and cloning. Clonade, Kool-Aid. Interesting. Clonade and Kool-Aid. Interesting. But this is all I'm saying. They're the NPCs. If they don't have an updated code, if they don't get new like hardware to exist, a new body, if you don't keep them alive on your altar, if you don't activate the Satan clause and all of their genes, that because they're the template in all of our DNA, if you don't activate that and start acting out their sick and perverted things that they used to do back then that no longer fit in a modern society, this is why people have sin. This is what spirit is just saying. This, so to speak, sin. Or you keep doing things that you don't want to do. It's because that's an outdated program. They got to go, y'all. It's outdated. There is no such thing as outside worship. And I don't care who it is. If you are doing outside worship, you're not there yet. And that's okay, because there was a time when I was doing outside worship. Even as I talk about mother and father God and sister and all of that from the book, these are aspects of source. My human mind has to give it a personality, a name, and all of that. Yes, it's channeled because that's how they know a human mind will understand it. But when you strip it down, it's source. And the moment you can define source, then you're not at the top yet. And I know that. And I know that. And that's just what I want to say. So Kali has been removed, banished to the underworld for 1 eon, 1 billion years. So hopefully, guys, whatever she had planned with Russia, we got to pray for Russia. It's almost like using Russia as a bomb. That's why when you see these bombs go off, they have a sudden urge to throw out bombs. No, this is her. It's like she has Russia as a tool. That's her child, right? That's her child. So we got to pray against that. The one thing also too was very beautiful that came through. My clients' indigenous ancestors, Aboriginal ancestors on this land came through. I felt them come up like through my womb, through the root. That's going to be very important. And they were doing chants and they were helping to remove this spirit. Then all of a sudden I start seeing, because my client was seeing these big, massive trees. And it brought me to the mountains, how the mountains are stuck, dried God energy. And these trees, you see these pictures of these giant tree stumps. Now, mountains could also be giant tree stumps. Thank you, Source. These are the gods. These are the gods. And so it turns out in the session that these trees used to actually, those are our ancestors. So when we cut down trees, We're cutting down the true ancestors and we're worshiping these other deities who have had their day. They refuse to die because they're part of the matrix. They are code in the matrix. This is why they're still there. They're part of the code. See what I'm saying? So these trees are responsible for eternal life, regeneration, the ability to connect to the earth. Mind you, look how they cut down trees like nobody's business, because they know the more they can clear the trees, the less connection we have with our true guides. These are our guides, the trees, with our true guides and ancestors, guys. And these giant tree stumps were our ancestors, the powerful ones that used to dwell on this earth, providing eternal life. The moment they cut that down, we now started to die because we were what? Uprooted from our source. And then when you're uprooted from source and you start to look for mama, you start to look for daddy spiritually, and you run into what? The influence that the world gave us, religion and ancient societies, civilizations. You look to that because after all, they've come before. They know more than us. Well, guys, it's just a book. Who's to say that any of this stuff is true? I don't care. And I'm going to get on this whole thing with Billy. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get on this whole thing that happened with Billy Carson and how they say he lost this debate with this scholar, right? This biblical scholar. He went to his house girl at like, I don't know, something crazy, like 2:30 in the morning or something to try to retrieve the footage. That's here nor there. See, this is why, this is a lesson, guys. This is what I'm saying. What if all of these ancient deities that he's been working with, researching, traveling to Egypt and all these things, what if they were working through him to build him up and then to bring him down? Maybe he energetically couldn't do as much as he could do for them before. That's what I'm saying. This is why you have to. I really do like Billy. And all Billy needs is a little bit more spirit with that book knowledge, and he would be lethal. And so if he had the spirit, the knowing, this is a knowing. No one, I can sit on any platform and talk about this because it's coming from spirit. You can't pull up a book and get this, is what I'm saying. So when we connect with spirit to know for ourselves, in spirit and in truth, no one can refute you. No one can say you're lying. No one can tell you that what you're saying cannot be proven because it's spirit. It's pressed together, shaken down. It's in my heart space. So this is where I'm getting at. It's very interesting that when we signed this galactic treaty, that there would be no more influence for ancient civilizations and religion. Then now this comes out about Billy, how he lost this debate, how he was citing all of these sources that were actually not real sources. They had, the Christian scholar has said they have been proven to be fraudulent, right? Very interesting that right after that treaty was signed, he's the guy that is known for all of his wonderful research and all these ancient civilizations. And even that had a crash not because of Billy, because of the treaty. There is to be no more influence. You see what I'm saying? There is to be no more influence. So it'd be very interesting to see how he pivots. I'm interested to see if he can get this stuff from spirit now, because he knows it in theory. And if he combines getting it from spirit, oh, he's gonna be lethal. So I think that's all that I want to say today. So I'm going to read some comments here. So Catrice says, altars and channeling ancestors are not needed. Source can channel. Source can channel the true energy to the love, oneness, and or true ancestors that you need or want to connect with. Absolutely, guys. Thank you, Catrice. This is my sister. We do this every day in our Thursday night sessions. We are literally moving. We literally did all of this. All of this stuff you see falling apart. It was our team that did this last week. We're removing their influence. They're gone. They're out of here. And what this is going to allow us to do is actually get somewhere for the first time in a long time. Ross says, Billy has been spreading false information about angels supposedly and not believe in them. Some say he's a very dark demon and that put 3,000 years spell on humanity. Ooh, but it's over. I'm clutching my invisible pearls. Dang. Y'all, I'm telling you, you don't know. You have to be careful when you are watching people. Test the spirit, guys. Test the spirit. It will not leave you wrong. And this is coming from spirit. So I'm not here to bring anyone down, but I'm just telling you what Source says. Who is Source? It's the highest thought. It's the one divine mind that we all come from. It's the light that governs all lights. It's the all. And when you think that you've gotten to the source, the end, it gives birth to even more expansive knowledge. This is true knowledge, guys. It's never ending. I am the book. You are the book. Pressed down, shaken together. You are the book. You are the hieroglyph. You are the monument, the ancient monument. That's you. They're clones. They're not real. They're NPCs. That's your doing. They stole from us, guys. All of these deities, this is coming through. Thank you, Source. They are thieves. They stole our own ancient knowledge, which is pressed on our heart space. We never wrote things in books, guys. We passed it down. We spoke it. We passed it down to our children and so forth. These people created books. Once they put it in a book, they can control the narrative. They can control it. Hi, Angel. Yes. Hi, sister. They can control it. So what I'm saying, I'm going to tell you to buy the books. By the way, go and pick up my book, The Great Expansion, The Cosmic Bible for the Age. It's available on Amazon. I'll put the link down below. But she said, Kali was a trip. Yes, an absolute trip. It's like unbelievable. So what I'm saying is a lot of even these books and all these scholars and stuff, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. And Source, just back me up. Most of them are false. They're false. So even the person debating Billy, even he, yeah, maybe he had a little bit more Christian knowledge, but let's even check your stuff because you got it from another book is all that I'm saying. Most of these books were set up to deceive us in this timeline because they're timeline jumpers, guys. Kali is also a timeline jumper. So they put their books out. That's why that book about Baron Trump's adventures to the underworld, girl, in what was out in what 1893 or something? Because they put it out. They made us aware now because they knew they planted it in this timeline because this is the timeline when the showdown happens. It's the same thing with all these ancient societies. They planted their books and the awareness of them. We shouldn't even know about these people no more. You've been dead and gone forever. Why are you still in my human experience, man? Think about that, guys. Think about the past. Dang, I said I wasn't going to be on here long. But it's getting juicy. Think about the past, guys. Why is the past in the present? Why am I being controlled with something someone did in an ancient civilization that no longer exists? Even in Atlantis, why am I still being controlled by that? If that place is under ocean, obviously it didn't survive for a reason. Obviously, it was not ordained by the Most High Source. Obviously, there were some problems in that system. Why are we still being held under these energies? Think about that. Think about that. Why can't we just be present? I don't even want to say talk about the future. Why is it that we even have to exist every single day? You wake up and you have to exist in the past. What you did in the past, what you said in the past that got you in trouble, what you should have done, your regrets. The regrets is the past again, which is false and fake. There only is the eternal moment of now. That's it, y'all. That's the gag. And in the eternal moment of now, there is no ancient deities. There is only you. You are the God. You are the God. You are the source in the moment. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to be so happy once all of these deities start to fade away from this treaty and all of the religious influence. It'll be very interesting to see the growth of humanity. Because once we stop living in the past, we can truly be present. And truly to be present is the only way you can actually go to the future. You have to just be still first. You have to be still. Then this is how you transcend. You transcend duality. You transcend your thoughts. You transcend all of the chakras. You transcend it. You transcend it. You transcend it. Hey, I'm on the live. Yeah, you transcend it. You transcend it, Jimmy. I thought you were calling me to give me some knowledge. You transcend it, right? So this is what I'm saying. Clear out your past, guys. This is the karmic loop that I keep talking about. This karmic portal that Mother of the Ages has open, it's for all her children to step through. She's holding it open, right? And I'm saying because there's aspects, right? That's an aspect of me. It's a part of the call that I answered. It's not me, it's a call. I stepped in to fulfill a role. The karmic portal is open for anyone who wants to escape. Release yourself from the bondage of even your own DNA. It's your DNA enslaving you because these NPCs, these recycled entities, is what's running the code of humanity, is all that I'm saying, guys. I'm going to pull a message really quickly from my book, guys. It's going to sum it up. It's going to sum this up. Going to sum this up. Hold on one second. Okay, random page 65. I'm going to start reading this. It says, we also surrender our life force energy because of our religions tell us that we will get it back tenfold. We perceive the act of giving as a lottery ticket, investing in the stock that increases rapidly in price, anticipating getting back more than what we put in. Most people pray in hopes of monetary gains. It reminds me of the saying, you need money to make money, or you can't get something out of nothing. This is how a salesman speaks. Religions are the best salesmen around. They have found a way to monetize negative and positive experiences. For the positive experience, we give thanks to God, yet for the negative experiences, we blame the devil. Their God is nothing more than greed, and their devil is nothing more than fear. Two sides of the same coin, two elements of the stock market around the world that the world is built on. They are both lords, created by your matrix God and reinforced by religion. What did I just got done talking about? See, source ain't never lied. See, Billy, sorry, Billy, I love you. Don't get mad at me, but Billy, this is how you use the book. Speak it from the soul first. And the book is only confirmation from what it is that you already know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's going to be dangerous once he activates this spirit, this knowing, because I know he has it. He has way too much knowledge. Then once you have it here in the heart, book is only confirmation. That's it. That's all I'm saying. So all of this stuff, they are lords of the matrix, guys. That's why when everybody talking about, I'm praying to the Lord. Well, if you look up the word Lord, Lord is something you pay taxes to. You are in debt. When you worship a Lord, you are in debt. You are in debt. That's what the matrix is built off on. So I want to end with that, just to let you guys know that these figures, these deities, these images rather, are being removed. They're being removed. Even as we had this election and this left-hand energy was being removed. Now we're clearing out even more of that. You know, we talk about the left-hand path. When we start to really follow the trail, it follows it to the underworld, yes, but who's the template? All these deities. Wonder if we remove them, guys. Guess what? Then all of the philosophers will fall next. I thank you, Source. Source is saying we can change history books. Once we start to uproot these people, these history books, you know, the Mandela effect, we're going to do that because we are the technology. We're going to rewrite this stuff and put the true stuff up in there. Because it's not that maybe Billy lost that debate, and maybe that book of what the other guy is citing ain't real either. That's what Source is saying. None of this stuff is truly real. You will know it in your heart. You will know it in your heart. You will know God when you see God through your own works, right? Okay? Get out. Yes. Something to think about. Yes, absolutely. If you are still in religion, then you haven't ascended. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you guys. Like the video on your way out. Don't hate the messenger, guys. This is all source. Everything I do, I got the living word. The living word ain't in a book. Sorry. Now, girl, go and pick my book up. But I'm saying the living word is living. It's living inside of you. So this is the living word that flows through me, the energy currency that flows through me, that speaks of these things, guys. And it's all love. None of us are past rebuke. Not even myself. Sometimes I come on here and I rebuke myself because I'm still, if you're physical, you're still here learning. And every single person you come in contact with are your teachers. Are your teachers, okay? I love you guys so very much. To the moon and back. And for those who want to stay, I'm going to do a frequency recalibration for us really quickly. I'm going to heal our DNA templates really quickly. I'm going to do some light language. Just take in a very big deep breath. And exhale here, deeply and slowly and completely. Relaxing all muscles, releasing all tension. Another deep breath in. And release it here, deeply and slowly. Source is here, spirit is present. Spirit is working on the collective heart space here. It's turning. It's like our hearts have been turned inside out. This is why we could not receive the true love. They were ciphering. Source is redirecting the energy now. Mira shamuruntuka. Ki shamnirita. Miro hokambarambutakara. Mishamnika. Sending you loving vibrations to your heart. Your heart is your soul, it's your superpower. All of us, divine souls, spark souls from the cosmos, we are all connected, guys. My heart is speaking to each and every one of you right now. And I don't care what you've been through. Love covers a multitude of sins. That's what it says. Love covers pain. And I'm sending you divine love from my heart space to yours. And may you receive it with love. Thank you. I receive it too. I'm feeling the love. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, it won't always be like this. It won't always be like this. There's going to come a day real soon, guys, where we're going to be released from the bondage of our lower self, which is them, not us. We are light. They are the ones that brought the denseness down. When the gold was created, when the gold fell in frequency and we started mining for gold, that's been our whole story. That's why we've been so dense this whole time. But guys, we're about to start flying, floating, levitating, becoming our highest and best versions. The day is coming, guys, and I'm showing up here every single day to do the work of Source. Every day I'll be here. As long as Source gives me the breath of life, I will be here. I will be here. It's my love for humanity is what brings me here. And I'm so grateful to all the beautiful people I get to work with, everyone coming for their sessions and their cleansings and the ascension programs, and everybody. You guys have truly, truly, truly touched me. I've learned so much from you guys. I've grown leaps and bounds. You guys are my teachers as well. As much as I'm your teacher, you're my teacher. You're my teacher. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you. As we walk together in divine love. Be well. Be well, guys.